Welcome back to our online class, students. We are doing force and different types of forces. Through our previous class, we have learned two types of forces, and they are gravity or gravitational force and friction or frictional forces. Now, in our today's class, we are going to learn or know about three different types of forces, and they are muscular force, mechanical force, and magnetic force. Now, when a force is applied by our muscles, then the force is called muscular force. For example, lifting our school bag. We use our muscles to lift our school bag. A bodybuilder lifting weights. So the bodybuilder uses his muscles to lift those heavy weights. In the playground, you kick the ball. Over there, you use your muscles, your thigh muscles, your calf muscles, your abdominal muscles. Every muscles you use to kick the ball, to play games. To run, you use your muscles. Okay, so all the forces that is applied by our muscles to do different activities is known as muscular force. For example, even when we write, we use our muscles. We use muscles over here in our fingers, in our wrist. Okay, so with the help of even in our forearm. So all the muscles work together to produce force on the pencil, and that's how we move our pencil to write things. Okay, so all these are examples of muscular force. Now sometimes we use machines to apply force, and the force applied on any object with the help of machine is known as mechanical force. For example, we use crane to lift very heavy objects. So over here, a crane, which is a machine, applies force on heavy objects and therefore lifts the heavy objects, which we cannot do by our muscle or muscular force. Hence, any force which is applied on object to do our work is known as mechanical force by the machine. For example, when we come to school, we use our cars, and that car applies mechanical force to move from one place to another place with the help of fuel. The fuel produces energy, and that energy is converted into mechanical energy inside the engine, and that engine again applies more mechanical energy to our wheels of the car, and that's how the car moves from one place to another place, and along with car we also move from one place to another place, and finally we reach our destination, school. So any force which is applied or produced by machines is known as mechanical force. And the last one is magnetic force. So a force which is produced due to the presence of a magnet is known as magnetic force. A magnet pulls magnetic materials such as iron towards itself. So when any magnetic material such as iron nails, keys, coins, or even iron box, when they come close to magnet, they get attracted towards the magnet due to a force called magnetic force. So a magnetic force also can produce motion. Okay, boys, so these type of forces are called magnetic forces. The force which is applied or produced by a magnet is known as magnetic force. Let us do one small demonstration. Okay, boys, so let's say that this is our car in which we come to our school every day. Now say suppose I use my hand to lift this car. So I am using which force? I am using muscular force. Now in reality it is not possible to lift a real car with my hand, but we can always push the car if the car is not starting. Now if we push the car to move in the forward direction, we are applying muscular force. Our muscles apply force on the car to move in the forward direction. We can even apply pull force to move the car in the backward direction, and at that time also we are applying muscular force. Now if I apply, now let us say, think for a while that this car or this vehicle is not starting and it needs to be taken from this place to some other place. So at that time, now this vehicle is very big. We can use a muscular force to move around, but it will be very difficult for us to do that. Therefore what we can do is we can bring another vehicle which is working properly. So say suppose this blue vehicle is working properly. Now what we can do is we can pull this vehicle with the help of this vehicle. So what we have to do, we have to tie this vehicle with the vehicle which is working properly. So let's try to tie this over here with the help of a rope. Now let's say I have tied this over here. Now this is a big crane or excavator. Okay, now this is working properly. This works by itself, and this generates a mechanical force. It applies mechanical force. Now let's see, when this moves in the forward direction, along with it another vehicle which was not starting also starts moving along with the excavator. So over here, what type of force are we using? This excavator is applying mechanical force on this vehicle and hence making it move in the forward direction like this. So this is how we use mechanical force to do our heavy work. Now let's try to apply the magnetic force. Say suppose this car is again damaged and it is not moving. Okay, it is not able to produce mechanical force by itself. Now what we can do is we can apply a magnetic force and make the car move. Let's see whether we can achieve this or not. Okay, so I'm trying to apply magnetic force on the car to make the car move in the forward direction. See, the car started moving in the forward direction. I am not pushing the car, but it is coming by itself. Let's do it again. No one is touching this car. Okay, there is no muscular force, no mechanical force being applied. Let's try to do or apply magnetic force. See, the car started moving. Due to which force? Magnetic force. So I hope you enjoyed our today's class. You have enjoyed our today's class. Please go through your book once. Okay, try to think of other different examples of these three types of forces. They are muscular force, mechanical force, and magnetic forces. Try to think as much examples you can think from your daily life. This much for today, boys. Stay safe and do all things well.